Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, I'm Platter video series videos I do for the while. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for this one. But we're going to get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to talk about it, and just do whatever, and we're just going to do whatever. I'm going to yammer for a bit. Probably going to go over there and inject some, stories that you don't need or want to hear, but it's just there, folks. That's just part of it. Folks, I have, on plenty of occasions, gone over there and announced to the world that there are plenty of other folks who do this format better than I do. They're out there, they're available if you're interested. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, so I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm also wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Godhead shirt. Which, if you're not familiar, Godhead is a band. Is/were. They never officially stopped being a band, but they haven't been a band in like a decade or over now. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. My favorite concert that I've ever been to was the one time that I got to see them. It's an absolutely fantastic show. Some point in time, I will eventually get to do the concert confession series that I've been talking about doing since last year, and I'll go into some of my personal concert stories. But that'll be like a big featured one, because man, oh man, was that a great show. But anyway, they're super cool. They're not doing stuff these days, but their lead singer, Jason Charles Miller, he is still doing stuff. It's very different from his Godhead stuff, but if you're interested, I have some videos on this channel, just in case. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all? Why am I excited? Well, folks, it's a bag of chips. It's from Lay's, but it's not just any Lay's bag of chips. It's boom! It is Lay's Wavy Cuban sandwich flavored chips. Now, folks, if you've been watching the channel for a while now, which I don't know why you would, but thank you if you do, you know I love a Cuban sandwich. I've reviewed a number of them on this show. It is one of my favorite sandwich types of all time. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see how it goes, folks. It smells like potato chips, honestly. I'm not smelling too much different, but let's try it with one chip first. See how it goes. Immediately I'm getting a little mustard, getting a little pickle. Okay. Yeah, there's a pickle taste, there's a mustard taste. There's something else to it, though. I think they're trying to do something to sort of imitate the pork and the ham. Doesn't really come through that well, if I'm entirely honest with you. Like, it's there, but like it doesn't. I mean, I guess I kind of get what they're going for with it. Okay, well, if I close my eyes and really focus on it, I get what they're going for with it. And it is, to a degree, evocative of the Cubano sandwich. Like I said, probably the two strongest flavors are sort of the mustard and the pickle. You get hit with those pretty good. Which, to be fair, depending on which Cubano sandwich you're talking about, I've definitely had ones that didn't feature pickles prominently, but some do. The pickle flavor and the mustard flavor are nice for what they are. And then, like I said, I think they tried to sort of create like a savory aspect to it. And it is there, for sure. And like I said, I think if you really kind of focus on it, it does kind of have a Cuban sandwich kind of element to it. So, okay. I mean, obviously with any of these, flavored chips, they can only get away with so much, and with the Cuban sandwich, it's such a punchy flavor, and there's so much going on, it's a lot to try and recreate. So I'll give them credit for doing what they were able to do with it. I don't think it does the best job of really showcasing the Cuban sandwich. It's not like, I'm eating these and I'm like, man, it's just like I'm eating a Cuban sandwich. Like, no, it's definitely not that. And the fact that I have to kind of struggle a little bit to sort of suss out all the flavors and stuff, it's a little bit of a thing. It also doesn't help that, like, the pickle and the mustard are probably the two strongest flavors for me, which is like, I mean, they're a good part of the Cubano sandwich, when everything works together. But they're not my favorite part of the Cubano sandwich. But I think two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes, but both are tentative. So I like the chip overall. I like that it has a lot going on. I like that it has multiple layers of flavor. And while I don't think it does the best job of really encapsulating the flavor of the Cuban sandwich, I'm willing to give them to it because it's obviously in a chip format. They could have done way worse, and I think it's an admirable effort. I think it could be tweaked to make it a little bit better, but for what it is, I'll go with it. It's not as good as I was hoping, though. That's the thing. Like, what with the Cuban sandwich being something I'm very fond of, it's like, man, I really wanted these to really knock it out of the park. They didn't do that, but they're a nice, flavorful chip, and, like I said, they do pay a fair amount of homage to the namesake that they're trying to emulate. And as for recommending it, yeah, I think it's worth giving a shot. But again, for me, if you're somebody who's a big fan of the Cuban sandwich, obviously go into it with reasonable expectations. If you're somebody maybe you've never had a Cuban sandwich, well, don't let this be your only indoctrination to that delicious flavor. Go out and get yourself a proper Cuban sandwich. But if you've never had it, I think overall it's a good chip anyway. Like I said, it has a lot going on to it. And, it's probably not going to be a chip for everybody. Like I said, you've got the pickle flavor, you've got the mustard flavor. But I think it's a good chip. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental month. Stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Cuban sandwich-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, Cuban sandwiches are just fantastic. Why? Why would you park right next to me? I love a delicious Cuban sandwich. They are fantastic. If your life can be even half as fantastic as they are delicious, you're balling. That's what's happening, folks. You're living that life. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world, especially when you're over here and you're trying to do videos and such, and, you know, you kind of park out of the way hoping that nobody's going to be around you, and then, you know, somebody decides to go over there and park right next to you, just fucking because. Why? Why with people? Why? I don't know. But it's important we run into situations where we get stressed out, frustrated, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some Lay's Wavy Cuban sandwich flavored chips, as I've done here today. Apparently it's Miami inspired. Wouldn't it be Cuban inspired? Alright, well, whatever. But, maybe Pitbull's involved. I don't know. But, where was I going with that? But yeah, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try out some Cuban sandwich flavored chips, as I've done here today. And maybe you're going to go over there and you'll be like, yeah, that was okay, but like, maybe I should go out and try a real Cuban sandwich. So you go over there, you go to a local spot, and you try it out, you know, like maybe it's okay, but you're like, I need a bigger sampling size. So then you go over there, you spread out across the world, okay? Like maybe you've got some sort of crazy inheritance and something like that, so you're just doing what you need to do. You're going to spend your time going over there cataloging and detailing all the delicious Cuban sandwiches that there are in the world. And then when you're over there and you're like 106 years old, let's be honest, you're not going to live that long if all you're eating are Cuban sandwiches, but maybe you're 106 years old, you've written it all down, and on your deathbed, you know, the very best Cuban sandwich, and then right as you're about to go over there and name it, that's when you die. And you just go over there and you leave this mystery that's just unsolved for years and years and years. Or conversely, just eat a fucking Cuban sandwich, man. They're good. Bye.